Morning, guys. So, Monday morning, weekend off. Right. Brewers Decorator Centre t shirt, Heritage Dulux shirt. Yeah, it's fairly comfortable. Got it free off Brewers. Don't really actually use Dulux. I stopped using Dulux a long time ago because just having problems when they brought out them diamond matte range. It just gave me problems. It was ripping when I was cutting in, and just I kind of gave up on Dulux. Moved on to Albany. Find it better. Johnston's Cover Plus is all right as well. Crown is actually all good, decent job as well. But yeah, and I just find Dulux quite expensive, so it prices you out the game. But I've heard some good stories about Dulux Heritage, so may well give it a go one of these days. See what the price is like down at Brewers. I don't think I'd want to go to Dulux itself. I find them a bit pushy anyway down at my local store, whereas Brewers is a bit more relaxed, and it's the same product in it, same product knowledge. And actually, Brewers probably has better product knowledge down there. So, first coffee of the day. It's actually all right. He made it out of a machine. The guy's a bit direct, if you know what I mean. Knows what he wants. Just wants to finish. Doesn't mind how I get there. Leaving me to it. Kind of, it'll go into next week, and it's fine. All good. Weather-wise, we're at kind of double figures. I think we're on about 12 degrees here. Hence the t-shirt. So it's warm as. So things do get better. Can't see the guy kicking off in any way. He's had a lot of other works done in his house. Said he'd seen my reviews online. Seen examples of my other work. I've worked down the road for a customer. He had a look at that, apparently. So, yeah, it should be alright. If not, not really. I'll just, where's your tooling? And that's like an in joke. You have to know. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'm not explaining. So, yeah, the weekend. So, sort of, I think I did a video on advertising, which a couple of you have watched. Just moving on from that, really, onto with Facebook presence as well. Obviously, I've got business Facebook page, personal Facebook page. With my business Facebook page, I've actually got my wife as admin on there as well. Simply because if your Facebook profile ever goes down, you're losing your business page as well. So remember that, because you could lose a lot if you're not careful. So feedback from adverts. What did I get? So I dropped a Facebook advert. We are paying them some blah 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 blah. We can do decorating. And gave the office number and the business page. First thing you get is you get people replying directly on the advert I've put out, and I put these adverts out on community groups and selling groups. So first one is people say, "Oh, how much for this, this, and this?" Don't engage on there because you don't want everyone else seeing your prices. Could be a competitor as well. You just don't know what's going on. So I always reply, "Hi there," and it already says this in the advert anyway, but "Hi there, the office is on." Give the office number. I have a landline office number that diverts straight to the mobile phone. Just looks a little bit better. I say, "Oh, you can inbox me on here, and I'll sort you out a price." And I've said before about getting videos and photos and qualifying the lead, they call it. But yeah, just make sure you've not got a tire kicker. So I had a bit of that. I had one person say, "Oh, that's an Ipswich number. We're in, I think it was Worlingham. So you're not Worlingham then?" I just didn't engage with that person. I blocked him. Zero tolerance on trolls and stuff. Where's that getting us? The Ipswich phone code covers half of Suffolk, actually. It really, really does. Covers small villages, obviously Ipswich itself, right the way through. So, and we're not actually based in Ipswich in the town itself. We're based in a small village outside. So, you know, didn't engage with him, blocked him. Had another one. So this is a new phenomenon I'm beginning to come across. Woman had asked me for a quote, but she hadn't. She'd messaged me saying, "Oh, I've got a few jobs you can do." And this was what, 5-6 weeks ago. So I replied, "Hi there, would you like a quote? What would you like quoting for?" And she came through flaky as well. "We're having some plastering done in the future, and we want a couple of ceilings done where we've had a leak." Okay. Do you want it all? And kind of I replied, "Do you want it all done together? What do you want? Pictures, photos, that sort of thing." And I actually said I can't quote for the plastering until kind of we've seen what's going on, because there could be lots of things going on. I can give a rough price for a plastered room, but until we've actually seen the quality of the plaster, we've all had it, the wavy plaster, and all of that. So yeah, didn't actually get a reply from them. So kind of left it really. Didn't chase it up. Didn't have time. And I think kind of I use this phrase with my son and certainly people when I was training years ago said stress breeds stress, which I didn't quite understand, but I do now. So possibly, and I think it's a consequence of having some very difficult customers over the last few weeks and just being running around all over the place without that kind of, to be honest, at one point I didn't even have the energy to have like 15-20 minutes of just looking through my phone messages every night just to check I've missed nothing. So possibly I should have chased her up from there and said, did you still want a quote or whatever? And I didn't. I was just busy, but she hadn't engaged from that previous message. So put the advert up on a local community group, and this person answers, oh well, I asked you for a quote 5 or 6 weeks ago, you never got back to me. So I put, hi there, struggling to find you, can you tell me where you asked us for a quote, etc, etc. She came back with the precise date, so I tracked her on the system, looked at that. Now on that one I didn't engage further. I removed the advert, blocked her, and then re-put up the advert, simply because that's not a customer. That's someone who's just, why would you do that? You only have to look at the messages to see that you haven't replied to your last message. You can still reply, and you can still get back to me. So why do that? That's not a customer I want. That's not somebody I want to be doing business with anyway, because it's just, I mean, you get people ask for quotes, they change quotes, they get back to you 6 months later. That can happen, and just be patient. But that, to publicly try and just cause drama like that, no, you're gone. And I had the same, and it's just sort of how you handle your social media and people in general. I had the same, went to a house, English woman, Italian husband, back from Italy, lived there for 20-30 years. Kind of, they'd half jokingly said about arguing between themselves. I'd actually booked their job in, hadn't taken a booking deposit by that point. And I put some adverts out. I think I'd done one on the Nextdoor app, and suddenly they replied, oh hi there, have you got any more pictures of your work, because you seem to just keep putting the same picture out all the time. Joint social media account. So I'm thinking, what? And I'm thinking, I put this on one of the forums. I said, what do you make of this? And people are like, no, it's a red flag. So I kind of replied back and I said, hi, lots of pictures on my Facebook page. If you want to have a look, here's the link. They didn't reply to that, didn't say anything. So I texted them, because I had their text message. I said, I'm a bit unsure as to why you went on the social media and sort of asked that, when you could have just texted me and I could have sent you the link with no problem. Oh, well, our son was round. He wanted to see some pictures of your work. And I'm thinking, but you've already hired me. You've already booked in. What's going on? And I thought about it for a couple of days. And actually, at that point, I just thought the guy was giving that vibe of being quite difficult, moody, argumentative Italian guy. So I literally discussed it. And I thought, well, I can book other work in. Hate keep doing it, but I just texted them and said, hi there. My circumstances have changed. I can no longer carry out your work, and scrubbed them out the diary. I thought, nah, something's not right. If you don't book someone in and then start researching, I thought, I bet it's the fact that the guy's just trying to be difficult or trying to put me off or something, because he kept saying, oh, I don't want all this work done, it's going to cost a fortune. And I was like, well, I've already cut it to the bone, mate. And just kind of, so just be careful out there with social media. I think that's the story. And subsequently, these people, I forgot to block those people. So when I put a new advert out, up they come. Why are you advertising again when you cancelled our job? What on earth is going on, etc, etc. Pulled the advert, put a new one up after blocking them. And it's just, these people are out there because I know that that's going to be hassle if I turn up to the job and after they've said something like that. And I just don't want to. I don't want to be around someone like that who's going to do that. It's just, why are you trying to cause me drama on social media? And why say something like that? It would just came across as incredibly sus and really, really quite off, really. So yeah, advertising works, but be careful on your social medias. And just if you get a message through, always reply. Always try and take that 10-15 minutes every day just to go through your phone, go through your messages, Facebook, business page, WhatsApp, answer phone messages left. Even if it's I'm really busy, I can't even get to quoting to you for a couple of weeks, but then put them on a list or whatever, and just engage with people. Don't let leave yourself open to people accusing you of not engaging with others, because when someone's looking to hire you, they'll be kind of like everyone sees those adverts, and they'll be thinking, well, if he can't even respond to a quote request, well, what's he going to be like when he comes to do the job? Do you know what I mean? So just be careful with that. All right, have a good day, guys. Hope that helps.